And I guess now that, as we said, the Ring of Honor pay-per-view is going on, and people are writing in that now they're maligning CM Punk at the merchandise stand. I saw this on Twitter as we took our last pee break. What's going on here? Do you have this stuff up?
Yeah, I see this guy here who has messaged both of us. Again, we don't know the identity of this man or exactly how true any of this is, but we'll go into the assumption that he's sending it for a reason. Jim Cornette and Brian Last. So I'm buying merch at Final Battle, and it seems that AEW is pushing their anti-CM Punk agenda on the merch buyers and security. A security guard who is regularly at shows and a lady at the merch table aggressively bashed CM Punk. Very unprofessional. And then he sent us a second one. The AEW security literally said to me, quote, "If he comes back, this company will end." End
quote.
This can't be the way Tony Khan wants his company represented. Again, very unprofessional, and makes a ticket buyer like me uncomfortable. And it appears there's one more. Tony Khan, I was told by the security guard that I can, quote, "go see him somewhere else," when he saw my CM Punk shirt. This is how you're running your shows? So at least one fan, I mean, we can't say it's widespread or anything, but apparently multiple people working there bashed CM Punk and...
Oh, well, wait a minute. Not only that, but the people selling the merchandise, they're still selling CM Punk merchandise, are they not? Since he's still technically under contract.
As of, I believe, a couple Dynamites ago at least, because I saw a picture of the merch stand.
Yeah.
I believe so, yeah.
So and who's in charge of the merchandise business in AEW? Wasn't that one of the Buckaroo's young wives that got to be the head merchandise person?
I believe it was the wife of one of the Young Bucks, correct.
So it's funny that the merchandise people are slandering a guy on the roster still that they're selling merchandise of. Wonder where they would have
sold more shirts than her husband did.
Yeah.
Since he's been there.
I wonder where they could have got those opinions from, those merchandise sellers, possibly from their supervisors or authority figures. That's a great marketing tactic. Yeah, here we got plenty of shirts of this asshole that would end the company if he came back. You can go see him somewhere else, but buy one of these.
I will say it is interesting, the quote here, allegedly from a security guard there. Again, we don't know who this guy is sending it to us, and we don't even know who he's talking about. But there has been a narrative among some there, the idea that night CM Punk could have killed the company because of his behavior, or that CM Punk could still do a lot of damage to the company, therefore he's after our jobs. There is a little bit of that, and you could say that it's from people being fed that idea or from people just thinking it, but you know, it is interesting that this quote came from the security guard, because you are hearing some of that too. Or you have, at least for the last few months.
Well, nevertheless, that was Dynamite on Wednesday. That's a report from the ongoing Ring of Honor fiasco. And, you know, that's the thing. Now they're having these things on Saturdays. And they used to have them on Sundays, right? Now the big wrestling events are on Saturdays. That means what happens on Sunday? You get the Sunday scaries. You get that nagging feeling in the pit of your stomach, the feeling of impending doom, the feeling of dread, the feeling of the world closing in on you. That happens to you every Sunday, right, Brian? Because you know you're fixing to start a brand new week of bad wrestling.
Oh, I have a week of Sundays. Absolutely.
Absolutely. And I'll tell you what, folks, if your Sunday scaries are getting the best of you, you know, our new friends and sponsors at Sunday Scaries, they can fix you up. SundayScaries.com. That's where you need to go, because they can fix you up for all the crap that life throws at you. Now, some people say that life is scary when it's your first date and you need to fart. That's one of the examples here on the written material we've got. Now, that might intimidate some people. Like I've said before, I like to usually get the farts out on the first date to get a good whiff of that out there and make sure everybody's going to be comfortable with it going forward. But let's say, for example, that you've pissed off a Colombian drug cartel. and you're shaking like a dog shitting peach seeds. You are scared, frivolous. I'm telling you what. Your spleen is turning green, your liver is quivering, and you need something to calm you down. Well, that's where the Sunday Scary CBD gummies were made, specifically for alleviating that nervousness, that staring at the ceiling and worrying feeling when you can't sleep, that ability not to relax and chill. You can't shut your brain off. The Sunday Scaries are cute and delicious and vitamin boosted CBD gummies that you pop 1 or 17 of these things in your mouth and you will float off into a state of bliss. Because you know what they say, ignorance is bliss, and these things will make you fucking stupid. So, you get on the
I wouldn't say that. It won't make you ignorant or stupid. It'll make you enjoy your day.
Well, it won't make you any more ignorant or stupid, really, than you already are. It just might bring out the truth in you. But nevertheless, if you want to completely vacate a fully functioning human brain and just relax, sit on the couch and enjoy the colors or the temperature, take 2 of these CBD gummies every day to keep the scaries away. Folks, you can live scare-free. No longer will you be frightened. Let's say a giant North American brown bear searching for its cubs and very territorial breaks through your living room window. What are you going to do? You're going to sit down with the Sunday Scary CBD gummies. You're going to give one to the bear. You're going to take one. And you're going to say, let's just talk this over, pal. No reason to get all jumpy. That's what you're going to do. So if you need to shut off your brain and chill, get over those stressful, nervous, can't sleep, dreading feelings, those oh shit moments on Sunday evenings when you have to go back to your miserable jobs and your rotten existences the next week, I'm telling you what, just take a whole bottle of these things and just say fuck it. Leave a note. Nah, you can't do that. No matter how many of these things you take, you won't overdose. I've tried. But it's nice for relaxation. Are you going to jump in at all?
I'm over here relaxing. I just had some of my unicorn jerky from Sunday Scaries. I'm enjoying the show.
Well, that's the other thing. They've got some amazingly named products. The unicorn jerky, and they got the dropper. The dropper, the Stacy is appropriated. She does the dropper thing and sleeps every night like the sleep of babes. And so whatever you want to do, if you get on an airplane, let's say there's a baby crying on an airplane, you got 2 choices. You can put a plastic bag over the kid's head and tie it off, or you can just take a couple of these gummies. Pretty much every place you come to a fork in the road in your life, you can either take a gummy or do something else. You should just take a gummy. And right now, folks, if you visit SundayScaries.com, that's Sunday, as in the day, Scaries, SCARIES.com, and use the promo code JCE for your discount, you'll get 25% off. SundayScaries.com, promo code JCE, 25% off. They got the gummies. They got the unicorn jerky. They've got a full line of things to help you chill out, calm down, sit back, and shut up. Well, folks, you can be scared every day of the week when you listen to the Arcadian Vanguard programming. Brian, what in the world is going on in the world of the wrestling news and all those other programs this week?
Another scary yet illuminating and fun week on the Arcadian Vanguard Podcast Network. Get information about all the shows on Twitter at Superpodcast or on Facebook at facebook.com/Arcadian Vanguard. Of course, if you're someone like the rest of us, you wake up in the morning and you say, you know, I really didn't feel like watching wrestling last night, but I really want to know what happened. And I don't want to sit through a bunch of audio I don't care about. I don't want to hear a bunch of eggheads like me and Jim talk about our opinions. You just want the news. Well, we got a place for you.
Just the facts, ma'am. Just the facts. Only the facts.
Only the facts at The Wrestling News at TheWrestlingNews.com. And of course, available wherever you find your favorite podcast. Look for Arcadian Vanguard's The Wrestling News. Free, daily wrestling newscast every morning. And of course, usually no longer than 10 minutes. Get it quick. Get it straight. Get it from a place you can trust. Arcadian Vanguard's The Wrestling News, once again.
You know, that's exactly what you should do every morning, a nice 10-minute quickie from a place you can trust.
Well, you apparently have a list of addresses about places you trust, but once again, TheWrestlingNews.com is a place you can trust. Keep your money in your pocket. No paywall, no clickbait, just The Wrestling News. Of course, like I said before, information about all the shows on Twitter and on Facebook. And of course, the 605 Superpodcast, the Mothership! I almost got it this time. I lost my voice. Get information. That sounds like my voice right now. Get information at 605pod.com. Available wherever you find your favorite podcast. Some stuff in the works. Stay tuned. The 605 Super Podcast, the Mothership.